Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to part 53 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And I have a link to the rules for the Foster Child Challenge down below, as well as in the description area, same place, I have my tweaks to the challenge. Now, I am not using any mods to foster the kids. All I do is move the kids into the house using Manage World. There is a foster child mod that has just recently come out, but I haven't tried that. Not planning on trying it because I find this works fine. You don't actually need to use a mod to do this challenge. It's a question I do occasionally see asked, so I thought I would just mention that. Now, the two youngest, the two girls who Isabella just aged up in the last part, and Addison aged up previously, are at school. Addison is already a B student from going to school for one day. I have them both working hard while they are at school, so hopefully we will get up a grade level for both. But at least at a minimum, it'd be nice if our Isabella got up a level. So we will see. Now, Lacey here is painting because she needed to do that for her work. She has Create Paintings 50% done. And she does go to work, which I just put in 2 hours, which is probably really more like it's an hour and a quarter, not really a full 2 hours. So she is painting. Hopefully she'll get that. But she is level 9, so she's not likely to get her promotion in this part, but possibly if she goes in the next part. But we may end up taking a vacation day because we do need to take the all of them to Salvadorada, because that is Sean's aspiration. And as part of the challenge, which I've said the details are down below, for the teens I need them to either reach level 2 of their aspiration and complete it before they age up. I'm making a bit of an exception to that because some of the aspirations, and this is randomly rolled, the aspirations require you to become an adult, so essentially they meet that as soon as they age up. So I will assume that before they leave the house they've completed that part, or I have the goal that they need to max a teen career, which of course the scouting after school activity is actually considered a career. You cannot do the scouting after school activity as a teen and have a job. You have to choose one or the other. It is actually for teens, when you want to go into it, you go into the job category to get it. Whereas with kids, it's actually when you go on their phone, it's an after school activity. And they are all in scouts, but there is actually, I think, 5 levels for it. So she's done that. Let's have her paint a little bit more. Maybe we'll have her do if we can get to it in time, medium realism painting. I don't know whether she'll complete it. Let me actually get these walls into cutaway and go along and do that and paint a little bit more, although you actually don't really have very much time. I should have probably paused it before I was going over there, because then she might have actually got that complete, which may have helped her. But she's doing okay, and maybe in the next part she can in between days working, we maybe have the option, because she has, I think, maxed her charisma skill, but she's already tried negotiating a bonus for Master of the Real, so there is a cool off period in between. So I'm going to cancel her painting. Oh, she got complete anyway, so yay. And she'll sell those when she gets home. Now let's check in. I sent Oliver to do some volunteering because I'm trying to get him to I'm not on the right sim. I looked at Oliver. I'm trying to work on his empathy because it's down here, and I'd like him to get up there. My goals are really, they only need to have 3 that are in range, but I kind of prefer to be all 5 of them. So I'm kind of working on the emotional control and the empathy. And if I remember correctly, he had the fortune aspiration, which they have completed as a house. If you sell things in stores, like retail stores, if you have Get to Work, or if you have the street gallery, which currently isn't working, and I don't think it's worked at all when I've been doing this challenge, now that I think about it, or the table, which does work, the yard sale table, you can, any money earned from that, anybody who's in the house at the time of the sale will count for all of them. So he has actually, business savvy that comes from that. So he's actually completed his aspiration. They all could probably complete it if I haven't set them up and get some points from it. That's an easy way to get points, is if you have, someone in the house earn a lot of money doing the things that count for everyone else. So we have the soup kitchen chef, looks pretty busy. He thinks the chef would appreciate some extra help. Should he offer? I'm going to say try to help. He should offer, but we'll see. He had a lot of fun chopping veggies and talking with the chef. He also picked up a few cooking tips. So let's see, what did he get? He got some cooking. So do we have... Oh, he's level 4 of cooking. Yay! I like them to be level 3 before they leave the house, because level 3 is the level where they're less likely to start a fire when they're using a barbecue or a stove. They still can. I have had it happen. So usually when they're level 3, I make sure they only cook at level 1 foods if I'm controlling it. But, and they don't always start fires. If their mood is decent and stuff like that, it's all right too. Scarlett is on the knowledge aspiration. So she actually got through that. So now she is on level 2. So she needs to repair or upgrade an object. I don't remember what book was she reading. Let's see, did she get any? Did I have her read handiness? I was debating between the ones to read, to have her read, and she is. I do have the lot trait peace and quiet on, because that helps them boost their skill when they're reading very quickly. And plus she, had the top-notch toddler trait, so that of course helps her also. So that means that probably is contributing to why she got so high. So she needs to, for hers, she needs to work on her logic a little bit more. She's already level 5, so she's doing very well. She needs to repair or upgrade an object and craft an object on a woodworking table, which, let me see if we have one. Yeah, I did. I essentially added this room down here because I used to leave a lot of things outside, but with seasons, you need to keep things in a little bit more, and I also created a gym area, which I don't think, I maybe had a punching bag outside, but I wouldn't have had this outside. But we're going to have her come over here and have her craft a sculpture for that. We'll do a dragon sculpture, and that actually will also help if you're doing the scouts. Then when they craft on the woodworking table, that actually helps with the arts and craft badge. It doesn't just have to be painting. They can use that. They can do flower arranging, and they can paint. Those are the 3 things I've noticed so far. So if you know of other things that you can do as a teen to work on that badge, let me know down below. I'd love to hear, but those are the 3 that I've noticed so far. So she's going to be doing that, craft her an object on the table, so that will help her with that. And then she needs to do some upgrading. Now, you just started doing that all on your lonesome, but I think what I want you to do instead is I want you to jog to clear mind, because jogging to clear mind will help you with your emotional control. That's the one I tended to concentrate on, these 3 when they were kids, because the conflict resolution and the manners I find very easy to do as kids, because you can have the young adults and above in the house teach them that as children. They can't teach them that once they become teens. So now they're kind of working on the other things. But we actually, like I said, have to get to Salvatorata for Sean, because he has the archaeology aspiration to work on, which is pretty easy to do, I have to say. So let's see, does he have any badges he can collect? No, but he has 5 that he still has left to collect. Good deeds, give back, which is easy to do, and arts and craft, young scientist, and you got to do them all if you want to complete it, and you do get a special trait out of completing it. But I'm not sure that my goal with these ones is to necessarily do that, because I think it'd be easy if when they start as a child, before they start working on their child aspirations, a lot of the things that you do for the child aspirations help with the badge. So you kind of multitasking in terms of you're doing something for the aspiration and it also works for the badge, whereas seasons didn't come out till like they were either just about to, seasons came out, they still were kids, but they had completed most of their aspirations already, or we're near the end of it, so it didn't really, wasn't something I really needed to do. So let me look at Nicholas. You need to mentor, but I'm trying to think what anyone has to do. Can you collect any badges? What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna take a piece, which I just canceled. Do you have any badges? Oh, you can do the arts and craft badge. There you go. Go collect your arts and badge. And then you're gonna view your badge progress. So we'll see where you are. You need to repair or upgrade an object. So you have give back, which we just need to do some donating. That is 5 things. Good deeds. outdoor adventure, which is catching fish, finding frogs, or grilling outdoors. I don't know where her cooking is. I think I haven't worked on it with her, and we can go send her looking for some frogs in the neighborhood. And young scientist, that's computer programming, microscope, and telescope. And as a child, if they or if they do things on the little scientist table, that counts for that too. So I kind of want to, so good deeds, I've been finding cleaning and stuff, and that was actually easier when we had toddlers in the house, but we do not have toddlers anymore. But so what I did is, I tend to have the nano trash can and the self-cleaning litter box, but I've replaced them with proper, like, actual trash cans and the litter box that needs to be cleaned, because that helps with the good deeds. Outdoor adventure, I'm just trying to think what I really want her to work on next. Why don't we have her do some giving back? Because that might be just, because it does take, you gotta give back that many times. And you can do it on your computer, and you can also do it on the mailbox. Now this decorative egg is a duplicate, so I'm going to give that away, because I've already, before this part started, I went and looked through everybody's inventory except for the 2 kids and put all of our eggs here. But this is actually all of them. I looked into the collections tab, which you can get to from inventory, household collections, and I checked out their eggs and how many I have out. I have 7 plus 1, and if you look here, that's how many we have out. So the kids won't have anything extra that we haven't already seen with these ones. Now I see that there's some hunger going on, so I'm going to have Nicholas come over here and rally the troops. Club gatherings, rally the troops. And she already did her, she doesn't need to do the fitness one, so I'm just trying to think, are there any frogs around? I've been finding the frogs are a little bit sparse lately. They don't seem to have as many frogs. They instead have dig sites. And I don't think I've noticed that the dig sites help with it. And gardening doesn't either. It'd be kind of nice if it did. It kind of would make a little bit of sense. It seems kind of outdoorsy to me. And I was going to check her cooking. Where's her cooking? She's at level 2 for cooking. Maybe she should work on cooking is what she should do. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to have her do a little bit of cooking because, like I said, you just get back in place. I like to have them at least level 3. And by having her cook, she'll probably get to, my guess would be level 4. So I'm going to have her make a garden salad because you don't need to use a stove for that. So you can build your cooking skill without having a stove. You just, or without using a stove, because we do have a stove. And I'm going to actually take Nicholas and have him come and resume that chili that was being made, because he completed the cooking aspiration, both of them for that matter, mixology and the chef one. And that means that his food never spoils because of the chef one. So she is over there. So I think, Sean, are you still jogging? No, you're not. And you were probably about to go ask a question? Yep, you don't need to go do that. You're going to go try and jog to clear mind one more time. And Oliver, are you still jogging to clear mind? You are. I think. Yeah. You are. I don't know whether he can mentor, because I have him on the family aspiration. He needs to mentor, and I don't know that I've ever had any luck with mentoring with cooking. It should come up on the top level. Not everything can be mentored. I have noticed that. He could mentor with painting, but she doesn't really need to do that. So she now is level 3 of cooking. Yay, which is what I wanted. I don't really find I don't tend to have them eat very much generally, only the toddlers, because I have a club gathering going which helps them with their skill building for the house, which is also boosting all of this skill building along with everything else they've had. So if you look here, you'll see now it just says excellent, and there's no time left for how long it's going to be good for. So I'm going to just grab that and put it in the fridge. So it's there, and because he's actually done a lot of the aspirations, he needs to mentor, but he can't really do that unless I have someone. What skills has he maxed? You don't need the mentor trait to be able to mentor, and I haven't noticed that buying the mentor trait lets you mentor any more things than without it. So his fitness is not that great, but you know what? Maybe we can have you work on flower arranging a little bit more. Why don't you come over here and read that flower arranging book that I know I bought and put in here and see if that gets that up a little bit more. So you got your salad done and you got to the level that I wanted you to do. So that means you can now come over here. Is it raining now? Why don't you... Brewing a herbal remedy also counts for the outdoor things, as does catching bugs in Granite Falls if you have outdoor retreat. So I'm going to have her make a breakfast scramble. We're going to have a lot of food. She's probably not going to really want to go outside very much right now. And you are done. Why don't you take a shower right here? And then why don't you go out and do some volunteering again once you are finished with that. Oh, Isabella's grades are up. Yay. I'm trying to go on travel. Volunteer. I'm just going to have him go on his own. And we will volunteer at a nursing home. So did we only get 1 grades up or did they both? So Lacey's home with 14. Ah, we have an A student. Yes, and I see Minnie is uncomfortable. So Minnie, why are you uncomfortable? And where are you going? Oh, here, you can look after. You're right there. Why don't you say, what's wrong? What's wrong, Minnie? Where are you going? We want to know what's wrong with you. We'd like to know. Let's see if we get a response. Oh, well, go use the litter box. Well, let me check to make sure it's clean. You see, I bought this one. Yeah, and it's clean, so go ahead and use it. So I have him already lined up to do what he needs to do. Let me look here. Empathy, and his emotional control is almost in a range, which means, to be honest, once he gets those up, we can age him up. And then we could kind of move him out, because then we can move another toddler in. But he has a little bit of time. But I don't really want to move a toddler in until we have got Sean, until we come back from Salvadorada. Which I'm thinking, I don't know that we could do it in the next part, but at the same time I kind of would like to get Isabella hopefully to an A. That would be really good, so that she does not, so I'm kind of inclined to go on a Friday to Salvadorada. So I'm going to have her, is she taking a bath? Oh, she's taking a shower. Good girl. I find a lot of times they go to the baths and they take baths and not showers. So Addison, you have empathy. And we did, I think, work on some manners the other day with her. And she needs some fun, and I found that helps them with their social skill. So that was kind of good. And why don't you, Lacey, come over here and sell this painting. Sell to art gallery, and then resume medium realism painting. Now, technically, they are not supposed to have a job in this. Who did that? That was Nicholas. We'll have her in this challenge, if I remember correctly. But I actually find it harder to have them have a job, so I just decided that they were going to have jobs. Oh, looks like she's getting a little bit sick. She doesn't have the moodlet yet, but I saw a little thought bubble that indicated that she was sick, so that wasn't so good. So, Scarlett, you are talking to her, and I don't really know. You can ask her about her scouting. Great. Well, I'm going to do this, because the emotional control is easier to look after, in a way. So, but speaking of emotional control, are you feeling wet? Is that what that... No, you got a pulled muscle. So you can't run anymore, but you should have... There it is. We are going to let you write in your journal. I did have him just reading... I just have him randomly working on other aspirations because you can't work on the one. See, there you go. His fabulously wealthy is done. All done. And you get some more free points from Mansion Baron, which we don't have a house worth $350,000, and we don't have enough columns either. But at least they get some points from it. And I'm gonna stick him back over. Let me look at his knowledge. Renaissance Sim, may as well work on that one a little bit. So he needs to read a little bit. But right now, that's not, like I said, that's not my priority. I was just trying to give him something to do while he's here. But the priority is getting their things up. Who is this? Is this someone saying, chat with Moses? Okay, you're a little bit hungry, so before you actually do anything, why don't we come here and do some rallying of the troops so that we get our things up. We're going to discuss some logic puzzles, and then we can discuss the best violinist, and then maybe what I will do with you want to bond with bees. You know what? We have some bees, so why don't you come over here and why don't you go bond with the bees? And you are going to sell... Oh, you're going to resume that. Really? Kind of looks like it's finished. But I guess it's not quite finished. Don't know why she's not finished it. Why she didn't finish it when I had already asked her to do it, unless it's just one of those ones where she's just not going to finish it. I don't know that I've noticed that one before, but I don't tend to do a lot of medium-sized paintings. I tend to do large paintings more than medium paintings. And is that just from you being your pulled muscle? Yep. So we can't do much about that. So, well, you can have a bath maybe for your muscles, for your sore muscles, and you kind of need to have a shower yourself. So we have holding a tattered pack of cards and asks if he wants to play. Well, we're going to play the game, which can be positive or negative. It really depends. It's random. He got bored, but the elderly Sim was enthusiastic about sharing stories with Oliver. It seemed like Oliver really brightened the elder's day. So he got some empathy, but he got bored. But that's all right. So you're going to come over here and take a shower because I see that you need one. And we're going to look here. Can you get another pop-up? What do I want to work on the most is my question. I don't know. We'll reduce our manners. And I was just going to take a quick look to see whether we can... No, we still can't negotiate a bonus, so we're going to have her do another realism painting just to get her work stuff done. But I think we're going to have to leave it here because this part has gone on long enough. I don't know. I think we're not quite ready to get to Salvadorada because, like I said, I would prefer Isabella to already be... Because if we go now, we'll probably take a couple of days there and then it'll be the weekend. So it'll take a long time for me to be able to age her... Longer time for me to age her up. So I think I would rather, fingers crossed, see if she can get a grade A tomorrow. And then go to Salvadorada like Saturday. So we'll have one more part where we're just having them all work on their various emotional their various character values with the teens. And then in the next part, we'll probably go to Salvadorada. And once we're back from Salvadorada, then I'm going to want to, age Oliver up because I'm sure he'll be ready to age up. If I haven't done it already, but I'll want to move him out and get another toddler in the house. But at that point, we actually may have room for more toddlers because it may be that the twins may be ready to age up themselves. But we will see where it takes us. But that is going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!